What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today we are actually finally getting some legit live gameplay here from the Houston Texans rebuild. I figure it's about time. We're going to jump in. We're going to play this full first game for you guys today live. Now, not every single game and episode in this series is going to be live gameplay. I'm going to try to mix in some of everything, simulation gameplay, all that different stuff. And in today's video, right before I jump into the game, we can do this now because PS5 has such quick load times. I want to go through the sliders real quick for you guys and just a couple of differences from the slider set that we're going to be utilizing in today's video. This is mainly the same slider set as to what I gave you the last time, and this is a slider set that actually a lot of people are out there using. One of the things that I want to shout out, because he shouted me out a couple times, and he really doesn't need any shout outs because he's got a lot of followers, but Sim Football Critic on YouTube, go check out his channel if you have not already. Big props for him shouting out these sliders and everything. You know, I appreciate that so much, and I like what he's doing there on the channel. I like a lot of his content and stuff like that, so you know, definitely worth a look in my opinion. With that being said, I wanted to say that I am following a couple of similar changes to what he is doing with this slider set. The main changes being that the CPU skill set in terms of pass defense reaction time and pass coverage are set essentially to match the users so that they, you know, play at the same level. This might change for us throughout the season. He also has interceptions set to 50, whereas we have them set to 7. So in this franchise, I'm going to split it roughly down the middle and go with 25 to start, just because I want to get a feel for it. I still feel that 50 gives the CPU too many easy interceptions, although if we want to challenge ourselves, then, you know, that might be worthwhile. Just something that I wanted to note that we are considering here as we go through this franchise. And then the last one, field goal accuracy, we have down to 30. I like the idea of making this more difficult on ourselves kicking field goals. That should just increase the difficulty level of this franchise, and I'm hoping we get some good gameplay out of this. Now, the other thing to note is that these sliders were built for the PS4 version of the game. And so when we go in here to play this game on the PS5 version, I don't know how this is going to react quite as much because I haven't had enough time to play it, but we'll get a good look early in the season. If it's difficult, that's not a big deal because we aren't a very good team. We're 75 overall. With that being said, let's jump into it and get our first game kicked off in Jacksonville today and see what we can get going early in this season. They're not a very good overall either. They're a 76 overall, so this could be a pretty good matchup for us. This could be a way for us to get an early win in the season and maybe build a little bit of momentum with some of these young players. And the reason that I'm doing a live gameplay with the essentially the start here of the franchise is I thought it would be a good opportunity to show exactly what this team has to offer, just get you guys a good look at everything that this that this team has to offer. Let me go ahead and make sure that I have volume set the way I want it to. In-game commentary, I want to make sure it's pretty low. Crowd volume, we're going to drop down a little bit. On-field music. Wait, on the field, this isn't music. Down on the field, we'll set that at 80. That's fine. Music off. Actually, I want to say it's yeah, okay, so we should be good there with the volume. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. And you guys could see there how quick those load times were. That was absolutely awesome. I love getting into the games this quick, and that bodes well for videos because it makes it so that, you know, so much time isn't taken up just loading from one screen to another. We are playing on 10-minute quarters, 13-second Excel. We'll see how that works out with the CPU and Madden PS5 gameplay. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but like I said, this is going to be a learning experience early on here. And I'm also going to pull up my stream here in a moment. Jet sweep play, stiff arm, and a nice first down earned there by Wood. Let me go ahead, I want to pull up my stream. Make sure that the audio is coming through good. Yep, alright, we're good to go. Alright, let's get it started, guys. First play from scrimmage, Jacksonville picks up the first. We're actually going to blitz Haskins here. And a good run stop there by the defensive lineman. Forgive me as well, I am learning the names as we go. Jeff Eppert, I believe is his name, came in for the stop there. We have a lot of potential run stuffers here on this team, so that's absolutely something that I like to see. Passes out to his tight end and picks up the first down, or he's close. 3rd and inches, they're going to give him 3rd and inches. Daniel Adams tuning into the stream. What's up, my man? We're going to come out here in a 3-4. The other thing that I want you guys to know as we go through here that's going to be a bit difficult for me is I am also getting adjusted to the new... I'm getting adjusted to the new play calling style. It's really weird to me, the way that they changed it. I'm honestly not as much of a fan of it as other people are. So something that is worth considering there is that I'm going to have some trouble at times fussing with this play call style and deciding what I actually want to play and what I'm trying to call. Daniel Johansson, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. What's up, my man? Got a guy open. He had a tight end open to the right. Monroe 2 for 2, 15 yards. Let's go check out what this guy's name is real quick, because this must be a rookie quarterback that came out of this draft class, and I'm curious what his name is. Zach Monroe. Actually, I like how he's spelled Z-A-C. That's pretty cool. Zach Monroe, 6'4", 230, and it doesn't show his college there. Not a super great quarterback or anything like that, but certainly worth noting that they picked up a rookie quarterback. We are going to have a tough time stopping these guys. You know, don't get me wrong. With the sliders we're playing on and such a low overall team, keep in mind we're not gonna be great out of the gate here. I mean, to be quite honest with you guys, we might lose a lot of games. This is going to be a build process. This isn't going to be one of my traditional, I take a team and turn them into a team of superstars within a season type of deal. They have not passed the ball much, so we are going to call mostly heavy sets and things like that. Got a good bull rush there, got the pressure on. But Zach Monroe does a nice job of completing that pass. 3 for 3, gets it off just in time. Oh, I do have a player adjustment, not adjustment, but roster adjustment to update you guys on. So as you guys remember, if you saw the highlights from the preseason, Lonnie Johnson Jr., I believe was his name, the cornerback, got burnt pretty bad at one point in time. And after review, we decided to move on from him, and we brought in free agent Kevin King. I was actually kind of surprised he was sitting out here, but he's not the best corner in the world at this point. We brought in Kevin King to play cornerback. Right now on the depth chart, we have Bradley Roby out there on the outside with Keon Crossan and Javelin Guidry. So also keep in mind that our defensive backs are really low overall. I will not be surprised if they get burnt, but we were kind of going with the youth athleticism aspect here. Good run stop there. Justin Reed, the one that comes in for the tackle. What a fun team to rebuild. To be quite honest with you, I think the two most entertaining teams to rebuild, actually we could maybe say three, depending on what you're looking for, would be the Eagles first, Texans, and a surprise drop there in the end zone. Eagles, Texans, and Saints. They're three of the teams that have pretty bad cap situations. And with Drew Brees retiring, they could be considered a rebuild. With the Eagles, they are absolutely a rebuild. I don't know what they're going to do in real life, but they have to start parting ways with players because they're still $15 million over the cap. And then the Texans, the Deshaun Watson situation is kind of crazy right now. So, keep in mind that situation's fluid. We decided to move on from him in here, but you could take it any direction you wanted. And so those three teams are the three best rebuild opportunities, I think. Outside of those, I think that it is worth noting that I do have a sliders video up, so you just have to Google Jacob Reed sliders, incomplete pass to Alberto. He was open that time. I do have a sliders video up, like I said. You just have to Google Jacob Reed sliders, Madden sliders, and it'll pop up. I think that the latest one was 2 months ago, and they're the same sliders that I'm using right now in this video. Nice run there, 3rd and 4 situation here. Hopefully we can keep this one moving. Braxton Berrios is in the slot here. He's pretty reliable most times. I think I'm going to hit Berrios. We just had to be patient, and Biggs misses his target. Biggs 0 for 2 so far, and we're going to have to punt. That one's probably on me. I think I was moving a bit as I threw the ball. And good punt coverage down to the 15-yard line. A beautiful punt as well. Turk comes up with the run stop, gets an assist out there from Pierce. I love the fact, by the way, guys, that the PS5 pops up with the comments, but it doesn't block the screen for you guys. That works out fantastic for me as a streamer. You know, I know that I mainly make these as videos, strictly as videos, and not really as streams per se, because I haven't had the recording equipment up until recently to make them as just pure videos, so I had to stream them this way. But being able to see your comments and interact with you guys as the videos are happening, especially franchise videos like this, that's going to add a whole new level to things and make it more entertaining, I think, for both you and for me. Because, you know, I like hearing what you guys have to say as the games play out and things like that. Go ahead and blitz, or show blitz rather. Not much pressure here early, not much of a surprise though either. And a horrible job of tackling by me. Should have just switched off. Zach Monroe 6 for 7, and you guys saw early in this video we had the quarterback accuracy slider on 4 for the CPU, so you can have the accuracy all the way down to 4 and the quarterbacks are still going to complete all their passes. That's kind of one of the main staples of my sliders, is taking that quarterback accuracy down so their passes aren't perfect every single time and their accuracy is a little bit more realistic, but they still play really well. So let's see, they're going for 3 wide receiver sets. They're going to pick their play for us, and that's fine. Double coverage, can't get the tip ball interception. Probably should have switched on there, but that's all right. Coach, what are you telling me to call? He wants me to go. I think cover 3 cloud is the better way to go, honestly. He's lobbing it deep. We have defenders there. Please come up with the pick that time. No. I'm going to have to start switching on for these. The interception sliders we have it on make it so that you're not going to get interceptions easily, because we already have 2 right there. You know, that's kind of the point of the slider. 3-0 though as we transition to the second quarter. Pretty low scoring game as we would have expected. We are going to have to lean on the run game. I mean, there's no way around it at this point. You know, we're going to have to lean on this young halfback to get it done. We don't really have receivers who are going to come down with the catches. There we go. Nice run around the edge. He does gain the edge and gets up for about 8 yards on that one. Crisp has a lane and able to dodge the safety, breaking tackles. Let's go. What's up, Mike Thomas? New sub. Do I set up my own play call for each scenario? Not quite sure what you mean. In terms of like formation subs and stuff like that, plays. I mean, yeah, I usually pick my own plays. It really depends on how in depth I feel like getting on that particular day, whether I dedicate myself to calling any type of way. Sometimes I'll just call based off coach suggestions. Like right now, I'm just mainly calling coach suggestions. Especially knowing that this team isn't meant to win this season, like I'm not going to put, at this point yet, I'm not going to put a ton of effort into my play calling. Oh, Hayes got absolutely bottled up there on the left side. That's probably pass interference. I don't know if Hayes is just being a dummy here or what. Let's take a look at this. Wide receivers ran into each other. And, yeah. So, this is supposed to be an out route. This ball should be thrown, like, over here, but he never makes it there. Interception by Nick Biggs. Nick Biggs doesn't have a completion yet. Good read there. Justin Reed, the one that comes up. Kind of ironic. See if we can't get a pass rush off the edge or something here. There was a bit of pressure. And almost a nice catch on the sideline. They're going to give it an incompletion. Beautiful bull rush. There is some pressure. It's a screen, though. Please just make the tackle. And we are going to force a punt one more time. Jaguars' offense hasn't been very good today, but obviously neither has ours.
Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next.
I don't even know if it's wise to go play action. I might just start off with a dive. We can also get it going with our legs, which is something that I'm going to try to lean on with Biggs here. Nice rush for 13 yards. We at least need to get a field goal on the board. I mean, at this point, we can't go out silent. Ah, if only we could have got to the edge. Nice tackle there. Miles Jack, I think, was the one that made that. Blackburn going to go out with an injury. Another one of our young starters. They're blitzing. So let's go with a quick hitting play. There's a completion. I think that might be the first one. Yep, 1 for 5, 9 yards, and an interception. Not a great day so far for Biggs. Kerry Crisp having a good day. 7 rushes, 58 yards. I apologize if I missed any comments. I was kind of focused there for a moment. Barrios, possession catch in the middle of the field. Good dump off. Honestly, a pretty solid completion. Glad that that was right on the money. Actually, this could be good. Albert O design right up the seam. Not quite how I wanted to throw it. A little higher would have been nice. Alright, let's call some different stuff here. We haven't gone multiple tight ends yet, so let's go multiple tight ends. Maybe a PAX burst. Cross this play is usually pretty solid, and we have Albert O. I think he's open. That's a good pass, and he does come down with it. Good grab. Albert O with the connection.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Coming up to the line, they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for
Good blocks up front. Can Crisp power in? He does. Reach across for the touchdown. Kerry Crisp does a nice job. First career rushing touchdown. And that will put us ahead with a 4-point lead as long as we can put this extra point through.
great call to hand that one off. Running back to the rest. Someone read their keys correctly.
And we do. We take that 7-3 lead with 2 minutes left in the first half. I'm liking what I see so far out of the sliders. I don't know if the Jaguars are just incompetent because he says running back always falls forward. Yeah. I like getting, if I can find a running back that always gets those fall forward animations, that's great. There's been times in franchises where I can't find those guys, and I go up against opponents that always have those running backs that fall forward, and I'm like, man, that would be nice if I could get those extra 2 yards every single play. Good rush. Oh, and that's going to be a pass, or roughing the passer. Wouldn't have mattered if we picked that off anyway. That's good to know because I actually took roughing the passer down 1 tick to 49. Because I feel like I've been getting too many roughing the passers on just standard 50. That'll stop them short of the first down. They are obviously trying to get some points on the board before half. Who started with the ball? They started with the ball, I'm pretty sure. Gonna man up here. We got a little bit of pressure, and the rookie quarterback makes an inaccurate throw. 8 of 14 for 69 yards. That's a pretty good completion percentage. I'm cool with that. And 3rd and 1 situation. They are going to go 3 wide receivers, so let's go 3 Sam Will and press. I'm feeling it's a run. No, it's not. We did a good job sticking to our zone there, and we're going to get the pressure. Carr, the man on the sack this time. I want to go and make sure I get his name correct real quick. I'm assuming one of the rookie defensive linemen. That's our first overall pick, not first overall. First round pick, Rick Carr. The man with hidden development. Kiki Kuti back to return. Breaks a tackle. Not really able to do anything else. Not a lot of blocking. We do have a minute left on the clock, though, so time to go downfield. I'm not going to try to force anything crazy through the air because we've already seen that we don't have the capability to do that. However, we do have time, and we have timeouts. We're going to put Hayes on a streak. He might be able to go up that seam. And that's a beautiful throw. What a dot. After literally completing or having 5 incompletions in a row, he makes a throw like that. Like, let's go. Nick Biggs. This is why we thought we had some potential in this guy. Here's what I want. I want to go flood because I know that this can hit the sideline, and that's what I'm looking to do here. I know that we have 2 timeouts, or actually 3 timeouts still, and I'm not super worried about this. That's triangle going out to the side up there. If we could have, I probably could have held on to that one a little longer. Screen pass, I kind of like the idea of that. We haven't done much of that today. Might catch him off guard. That guy might be manned up on the halfback here, so we do have to keep that in mind. And we really had to wait for our blockers there. Crisp, just bobbing and weaving. They got to fix that, absolutely, on this this next-gen version of the game. That probably shouldn't be able to happen. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's the speed threshold that I'm playing on. But it was happening on base speed threshold. I want you guys to watch this. Why does that safety freeze? Like, he should be coming up and breaking down to tackle. He should at least be able to close on that halfback and make a play. I don't really quite understand how I'm able to do like a slow turn and get around him. That's kind of silly if you ask me. But nonetheless, nice play. We get ourselves down to the 9, and to be quite honest with you guys, that has happened so many times so far playing this next-gen version of the game. It kind of has me worried. We're going to go slant and put Albert O on a streak, and I'm hoping one of them's open. And we do find Hayes in the end zone. He actually completes the pass. That was actually a pretty tight window, all things considered, for him, because we've already seen him be inaccurate in this one, and if he misses this one like he's missed a couple of his other passes left or right, that could be intercepted by either of the coverage players left or right of Hayes. But nice job by the offense with 12 seconds left to spare in the first half. Goes down, gives us a 2-score lead. So far, having a lot of fun on these sliders. We'll have to wait and see if when we play a really good team, how their offense fares against us. I think I started to say this earlier, but got sidetracked. I don't know if the 3 points and the lack of offense is just because the Jaguars have a rookie quarterback that's not very good and things like that, or if it's a sliders-related thing. Maybe I will have to turn the sliders up for the CPU to allow them to move the ball a bit more. But we'll see as we go along. I think that this was a winnable game for us no matter what. And obviously I'm not saying we've won this yet, but to be in it and ahead in the first half is maybe surprising based on how low our team's overall is to some people. And there you guys have it. 14-3 at half here. We'll go ahead and skip the halftime show to make sure we don't get any music or anything that'll copyright strike. And I should probably go over and make sure that my volume is off of my computer, because I'm probably getting pinged with notifications. Just a note for those of you that are watching, I do have a couple of videos in the works right now. I have a setup video in the works. It's just I'm, not really familiar with editing and, compiling clips and stuff like that. I have a setup video in the works for what I have going on down here in what I call the cave, and I have a PS5 review, a couple of things that I like and dislike about the PS5, and then I was also thinking about doing maybe a couple of other types of videos. I expect to see the team that scores the most points to win today. Great quote. Albert O having a game. 4 receptions, 75 yards. I'll take that. And to be quite honest, I like this play, but I don't know how I feel about it. That's a pretty good throw. I'm not going to complain about that. He put it where the only receiver had a chance at it. Chris, broken tackle. If Chris gets to like 100 yards, we'll probably sub him out and sub in one of our other halfbacks just to kind of spread out the reps. Barrios has been good for us today. I'll take that. I mean, he's been getting us those possession catches that we're seeking. Welcome into the stream, everybody, if you're just tuning in now. Quick little dump off. Another interesting thing to note, we have been running Chris quite a bit, but he hasn't looked tired up to this point. We do have our auto subs up, so you would think that, if he did get tired at any point, he takes a heck of a hit there. Alright, what to call? Let's do something a little different. Post corner read. Corner double in. Let's go corner double in to the wide side of the field. Hayes might be able to get open deep. We'll see what happens. Jump ball. Great catch! Wow, this guy is impressive. I can't say enough great things about this receiver. He's such a low overall, but he plays like an absolute monster, and I have to take just a quick sidebar here for you guys to take a look at him. He's only a 67 overall, but at 6'5", 223, and 90 speed, he's an absolute beast. I don't like what's going on here. Can we run? Yep, pick up a couple yards. Go with a motion zone. Thaddeus Moss in the game. I cannot expect him to be an effective blocker over there. He's more of a distraction than anything. Crisp? I think he might have got that. I mean, I'm not going to challenge it or anything, but the animation that it looked like it gave me, I think this guy got this. Let's take a look real quick. Knee down right there. And, yeah, that's definitely knee down, and the ball's not over quite yet. Well, technically, where's that ball go over? The ball has to cross the front of the line, which would be right about there. I think we could have called that a touchdown. That's all right. Not going to spend too much time dwelling on that. You guys know me. I like to go. I like to run out of the gun. Biggs might not end up with a touchdown today. There we go. We give Crisp the touchdown. He deserved it after that drive. And with that performance, we are going to sub him just to get some work for Curly, because I do feel both of these running backs deserve some time.
Great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's 21-3.
Yeah, I know he's got 2 touchdowns and all that. Some people probably want to see him left in the game, but I got to know what I got in these rookies. I know Crisp is good. Let's see what Curly does in live action against the starters. We got plenty of time to develop these young guys. 21-3 lead. I'm surprised by this with these sliders, to be quite honest. Yeah, he does run powerful for a guy his size. He's not, it's not like he's a huge dude. I mean, he's pretty small if I remember correctly. I think both of these running backs are pretty small. Yeah, he's 5'10", 209, so he's not like small, but he's not big. And Curly's 5'8", 205, so neither of these running backs you would think would run with that type of power. Finds DJ Chark this time. I don't know what to think about this quarterback for the other team. He's been decent. He just doesn't really send the ball downfield much. And that might not... Oh, and a beautiful hit by McKinney. We have the run blocking up like a lot for the CPU. And they haven't been doing much against us. So I think that our draft strategy might have worked, focusing on the D-line. I did want to focus on the trenches, you know. And to be honest, at this point, we're just going to keep running the ball. No point to really put it up in the air. We do want to get Biggs XP, but, you know, we're not trying to, like, cheese it or anything. Curly, thought he might break that one. 3 yards on his first rush. Oh, I thought he might be able to break away. Nice hole created by the offensive line. The offensive line doing work for us today. Beautiful trap play. Yeah, we are absolutely, the announcers here are absolutely correct. I don't know if you guys can even hear him, but I hear him pretty loudly in my ear. We are playing our game at this point and just controlling the pace. Why shake could be good for us. Albert O has the potential to shake off the linebacker. We'll see what he can do. Yeah, I thought he might have come down with that. That's going to be an incompletion at the 43. We could go for it, but I'm just going to play it safe here. Try to punt it to the corner. I actually think I'm using the Lions playbook right now because I brought Patricia in as the head coach. So I think this might actually be the Lions offensive playbook and defensive playbook. Well, we can look at it after the game. I can't remember. To be honest with you guys, I know that there are some playbooks that are like meta. Some playbooks that can give you an advantage in terms of what types of plays are available to you, but I don't spend a lot of time focusing on my playbook in a CPU league or anything like that, because I honestly want it to be more of a challenge. And I find it hard for anything to be a challenge whenever I'm super used to the playbook. Yeah, let's just keep going, coach suggestions. This might take it down to the fourth quarter. And they do take it down, so they're down 21-3. They have yet to score since their score in the first quarter with that field goal. Zach Monroe hasn't really done much. Another good hit stick tackle, that time by Turk, the young safety, strong safety.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
Good pursuit there by the big D lineman Rucker. Unable to be the one to come up with the tackle, but I like the effort by him. Let's pinch the defense. There we go. Hit stick. I'm pretty sure that that's a fumble too. That one was pretty clear cut. Pierce going to come up with it. Yeah, so Spider1303 asks, you see that I don't really use many adjustments. So I'm playing pretty much with the same rules that I play in all my other leagues, like the RDFL if you've watched any of that gameplay, and I do have a channel update coming in regards to that, but I play with pretty much the same rules that I've played in those leagues. To challenge myself and make things as realistic as possible, I allow one adjustment mostly on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. I mean, like, that's general. Sometimes I'll make an extra adjustment or something if I need to stack the box for a short yardage situation or whatever. One audible per play, so I audible once, and if they adjust and I don't like it, I have to deal with it. Similar things like that. Generally I'm going to user the D-line. Sometimes I'll user other players just to help out in coverage a little bit, but I'm not one of those people that you'll see using the linebacker just to try to get interceptions and bait interceptions and stuff like that. That's not me. I don't find that to be realistic. I think it's actually super overpowered. But yeah, rules like that. And I think I actually went over most of the rule book in a video. So if you guys want to know any of the kind of rules that I play based off of, you can certainly look that up. I believe it was called something like Rule Ideas for, like Google Jacob Reed Rule Ideas for a Realistic Franchise. It's something like that. Another nice catch by Curley. We're going fullback this time. It looked like he might have got his animation in, but Gillespie not going to get it that time. Let's go single back. There's a play that I love on the goal line a lot. I like passing it to my halfback on the goal line if he can get open. I don't know that he's going to get open here. Oh, and it's actually going to be an interception. That will be a pick six. I shouldn't have thrown it, and that makes it a game. Going to the well too many times. I should have known he was covered. Who's that? Correa. Camille Correa. What team is he from? He's not typically a Jaguar. Nice interception, return for a touchdown. Bad decision on my part, so that's just going to hurt Nick Biggs' stats. 21-10 though, 4:43 left. We got to be kind of careful with the ball now.
Houston set to take over. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control.
All right, so 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for the man. Let's just keep going with some zones and stretches and whatnot. Try to get out of this game without blowing it. That was just a silly interception. Should have never even thrown the ball to begin with. Man, does he... I mean, he runs with so much power, doesn't he? We want to go different formations. Let's go coach suggestions. They are going to stack it up. Play action time? Yeah, let's go play action. Could be a really bad decision. Oh, what a catch, Albert O! And take a look at that animation. You would not get this on the PS4 version of the game. I gotta look at that one more time because I'm impressed by that. So normally if you get these like kind of underthrown balls like this, that's just like an automatic drop. It like bounces off somebody or whatever. But I like the adjustment to the ball, and I hope we get more of this in Madden 22. But like in the PS4 version of the game, you don't get adjustments to the ball by the wide receiver, and that's huge. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys aren't as impressed with that as I am, but that's like real football. That's what guys do in the NFL. They adjust to where the ball is thrown and try to make a play on it. That was nice. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if those of you watching have played the PS5 version of Madden or not, but I like it a lot, and I really feel like it plays a lot better. I mean, I know it probably still has its glitches and whatnot, and we'll experience those here in the franchise as we go along, but if it's an indication of things to come for future Maddens, I really do believe that there's potential. I'm not one of those YouTubers that just is going to hate on Madden no matter what. To be quite honest with you, I gave the game a pretty good review this year because they made a lot of important changes and updates to the game. And yeah, it's still buggy. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with it. It doesn't have the depth that we want, but they have been continually updating the game and listening to the community now. So, you know, hopefully for future years, there's the potential there for this to be a really solid game, especially if you're a franchise fan. I will say that MLB is coming out soon in April, so super excited for that. You know, if you're a fan of just franchise mode in general, MLB has one of the best, if not the best, franchise modes in the game. All right, in the game. What am I talking about? In the game. What was I trying to say? I don't know. They just have one. They have one of the best franchise modes out there. I don't know what phrase I was trying to say. We will kneel the ball after this run. I didn't realize they were out of timeouts. Curley adding 68 yards on the ground. Let's go ahead, double tap for tempo. I don't like that. I don't like that they changed the thing to double tap to chew clock. That, in my opinion, is like counterintuitive. But it is what it is. And one more kneel here, and we'll escape this game with a 21-10 victory. If you guys haven't checked out these sliders, there you have it. You know, even just go to the beginning of this video, and obviously I forget to kneel the ball because I'm paying attention to the scoreboard at the top. Yeah, if you guys haven't yet, try out these sliders. Go back to the beginning of this video and check them out. Just screenshot them or whatever. They're pretty good for realistic gameplay. You know, and see what they do for you guys, because even on PS4 they give us pretty good realistic gameplay. I'll just click a play to run this out, and I'm not going to cut the video there. We'll get out of the game and review some of the stats and whatnot.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
We'll take a look at some of the games to come, what our schedule is going to look like. I am intrigued to review these stats from this game, especially like running backs and everything, and see what they did. And the receivers. I know Hayes had a pretty good game. Albert O seemed like he had a pretty good game. I think it was pretty quiet from everybody else, though. So Biggs did throw for 227, 1 touchdown, 2 ints. The 1 interception is just my fault, making a stupid decision. The other one was a kind of a badly run route. You know, this isn't probably could be consistent, but I liked what I saw from him. He was a good ball handler. Abdul Curley, 71 yards, Kerry Crisp 86 and 2 touchdowns. No fumbles. Quite a few broken tackles by both of them. Receiving, this is what I really wanted to look at. So let's go ahead and look at the Texans' perspective. Albert O had 5 receptions for 94 yards. Kind of disappointed we didn't get him over 100, but he was close. Kerry Crisp did a good job receiving the football, and this is what I was talking about, having that receiving threat out of the backfield. Very, very useful for this team. And both of these running backs, Curley and Crisp, are pretty solid receiving backs. So, you know, not only did we see that power out of Kerry Crisp, like this guy really looks like he's going to be the real deal. This guy runs with authority. He runs with power, especially for how small he is. I mean, not big, I should say. And then, you know, he's also pretty effective out of the backfield. Jack Hayes had 2 receptions for 38 yards and had that touchdown in the end zone, which was a nice one. Braxton Berrios caught a couple of good, secure passes for us to get the quarterback going. And then Arrington added 2 and Abdul Curley added 1. Blocking-wise, looks like we don't have any stats yet. We don't have any stats defensively speaking. I do want to see, we got 1 sack from Rick Carr, the rookie out of Washington State. Couple of tackle for losses from a few different players. And the player that led us in tackles was Bernard McKinney, who tied Justin Reed with 6, and no interceptions on the day, nothing else of note. Actually, wait, we did have that forced fumble by Patrick Pierce. I user forced that, so I don't know that that's going to be a consistent thing out of him, but nice to see that he's capable of doing so, and he recovered that fumble immediately. I guess that is something that is also worth noting while we exit the game here. I don't know if that's going to be consistent either, but I hope that that's something that is absolutely resolved within the PS5 version. If not, Madden 22 is the fumble glitches, where like the fumble goes on the ground and then it takes a minute before somebody picks it up because they're all fumbling. They're all like, you know, screwing around with the ball and don't actually want to pick it up. That was like an immediate recovery. The ball came out, he picked it up, and the play was over. So I hope that that becomes more of a consistent thing. With that being said, let's take a look at our schedule in the next couple weeks. We have the Bills coming up. They're probably going to be a tough matchup. And then we have the Rams, who will also be more than likely a tough matchup. The Titans, another one. So we're going to have 3 pretty solid games in a row there, which should give us a very good picture of how these sliders are playing and whether we need to increase the difficulty on ourselves. And then we come back with a game against the Jets, which should be a pretty fair matchup. And then let's look ahead. Let's at least look at the first half of the schedule. So we've got the Jets, the Browns, who are looking pretty good. The Jaguars again, which is nice that we have them again in the first half of the season, because that we know we can handle them, and hopefully that helps us to have some momentum. And then we have the Colts, who are potentially going to be a pretty solid team as well. I think that's where we're at. That's all I really wanted to recap after we hopped here out of the game. I'm not going to be making many changes because I like the way our team performed both offensively and defensively in that game. We got a lot of really nice blocks up front from the offensive line. These offensive linemen have already progressed a couple times each. They've gotten some upgrades and whatnot with their XP sliders, which is nice. And then, yeah, I mean, team's not looking amazing or anything like that, but we came out with a win. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a good one.